Agora tu foi qualquer amor na mãe. Tira, tira, tira. Ai,
Let's get ready to rumble!
What up? What up? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, world? It's your boy, it's your host, Ryan from the Six Man. We got another one. And we talking boxing talk up north. First of all, welcome to the channel. If you've never been here before, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We just talk boxing, all things boxing. I try to keep it down the middle. Obviously, I have a certain bias, man. My brother is a fighter, so when it comes to my brother, I am gonna be biased. But I'm a pretty straight shooter. I'm a straight shooter. I'm gonna say how it is, say how I feel, and yeah, man, that's just it. But salute to everybody in the building, salute to everybody tuning in, salute to everybody showing love to the channel and all the members for keeping the doors open, man, and just keeping me grinding, man. Y'all motivate me. But smash that like button like Ann Wolf, y'all.
Did not really fight her.
Oh, big right hand! One punch! That is it! Forget about the count. It is over.
It's finito, and we got a big weekend of boxing. Salute to everybody who's gonna be tuning in. I know it's gonna be a good one, man. The Night of Champions. It's one of the best cards of the year. I thought that last Crescendo one was good in February with Better Biev and Bivol as a rematch. We had Zhang and Caballel. You had Bacoli and Joseph Parker, but all those names, Callum Smith and Boati and Virgil and Madrimov, they still don't add up to these guys, man. These guys are really like top of the echelon, pretty much. These are the top of the top guys. And it's just crazy. Like that card back in February, I didn't think it could be outdone, at least not this year. And then we get the backhand of this year, and Turkey he outdid himself pretty much. The last Crescendo card was amazing. It featured, Bivol Better Biev rematch as the headliner. But for real, this one right here, man, this one takes the cake because it's a double header basically. The main event, people love the main event, but there's some people out here saying, the main event should be the co-main. They feel like Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. have been holding all the buzz up to this event, so they should be the main event. But I'm enjoying it, man. Me as a boxing fan, I was gonna watch the main card anyways, so it don't matter, right? To me, where these guys go, what spot. That's just the type of boxing fan I am. I watch the main cards. That's why I say when they give me pay-per-views, I would much rather have like good fight cards, right? Good cards top to bottom, stuff I can get into, stuff I can watch right from the main card on. But when y'all just giving me these fights where it's just the main event is good, I'm not gonna front, man. That don't do it for me as a boxing fan. I like to watch 3, 4 fights. You just giving me one fight. That's terrible, man. You disrespecting me as a boxing fan. So I think this card here takes the cake. This one here is probably something we haven't seen. Well, I haven't seen. To get this card and the last Crescendo card in 1 year. Oh man, boxing is in a great place, y'all. We can't be letting guys like Dana White talk about boxing is dead and this and that when we getting these type of cards in the same year, bro. And it's hard because boxing's not like the UFC where there's one stop shop. Boxing is free for all. And if you learn anything from Jake Paul here in the last year or so, if you have a following, you can get into boxing. That's the truth now. So shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to all the people in the building. Who we got in here, man? Got my man Michael Daniels in the building. Said, "Am I the only one watching, man?" Damn, bro. Yo, that's what's up, man. I'm the only one in here, but I salute to y'all, man. I'll let the people rock in. Salute to y'all. We also got Reggie. What's going on, my man? What's going on? He said, boy, I'm glad I'm up in here. The boxing voice is slipping. 80% of the community is not intellectually sound. I'm mad at y'all be getting crazy up there. Yeah, man. Nah. The boxing voice, they getting passionate, man. You know, the fight's getting close. You know, we still haven't heard Ness's pick. We know Ness, he's close to both camps, so you know it's starting to get hot. It's starting to heat up, man. You know me though. I ain't got no dog in the race. So whoever I pick, I'm picking. But you know, if they lose, man. See, that's the thing about that fight. We're gonna get into it, man. Let's get into the topics of the night, though. I'll let y'all know the topics before I do a little bit more dialogue. Here's what I do want to break down. Obviously, the card itself from top to bottom. You know, Sam Noakes. He getting it in. Oh shoot, man. I got my wash machine on. My bad. I was like, what the hell is that? We got Sam Noakes versus Abdullah Mason. The Subriel Matias, man, he popped dirty for Austrian, y'all. Y'all hear about that? He popped dirty, so we gotta wait to hit T to B sample. And I guess the big thing is like, I don't know, not all the ring cards, but I know the Riyadh cards. It's more the Riyadh cards we get the upsets in. I feel like the Ring magazine cards, we haven't really had big upsets in those ones. So other than Rolly beat Ryan in the Times Square. So can we see an upset on this card this weekend? And who do you think is the fighter who will get upset? You know what I'm saying? But we got some more people, man. We got Diego in the building. What's going on, man? He said if Yard puts up a good fight, I won't be mad. Yeah, man. Yard might. He might. My man Michael Day. Oh, you crazy, bro. He said, you know, that's a Devin Glazer. Oh, man. Nah, that's crazy, bro. I mean, you know, he watched a lot of Dev, so he did, he riding with him. He riding with his guy, man. Shout out to Reggae. He said they be tweaking, man. Nestor never picks publicly for good tough fights. It's common for him now. He said Nestor went and hired Star for no reason. Then he still got this dude 2 tons. That's horrible stuff over there, man. Hey, man, I ain't gonna do no 2-tone slander, bro. I mean, you know, 2-tone, the thing about him, y'all gotta know how to take him, man. You know, I think 2-tone, honestly, when he started, I think more people were mad with him, but I feel like 2-tone, he's been actually watching boxing, bro. His takes are like, you know, more solid now. I think he really plugged into the game, but you know, I get it. 2-tone's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but I like 2-tone because I feel like he bring a different side to boxing, bro. He bring a different element, right? He come through that hate trick side, which I don't know why, bro. It just be popping right now. So shout out to 2-tone, man. I feel like he made that wave. You know what I'm saying? So I always give him respect, man, because you know I like to learn a little bit from everybody on the panel too. You know, I feel like I'm still new in the game, so I'm still getting my skin, you know, wet. So yeah, I try to learn from all those guys up there, man. Try to add a little bit to my game, you know what I'm saying? He said definitely not. Dula. Oh shoot. Damn. You got Sam Noakes beating Dula. Okay, man. All right. That's cool though. I mean, we need that, bro. I mean, Sam Noakes, he can go ahead and prove the whole world wrong, right? Because Abdullah Mason got a lot of clout coming in this fight. A lot of people think Abdullah Mason's the next one. You know, they think he's like, you know, borderline Sugar Ray Leonard, man. A lot of people got high praise for the kid. So if Sam Noakes can beat him up, Sam Noakes gonna make a name for himself, man. That'd be one of the upsets on the card in my personal view. That'd be an upset. My man said we can't expect cards like this always. Yeah, the forefathers of boxing always had a sharp fight, then a tune-up. Now you're right, bro. And I've been kind of trying to preach that back into existence, that you know, the superstars, I don't mind if they take, you know, 1 tune-up or 2 tune-ups. If they're gonna give us 4 fights, just give me 2 good ones. You know, if you're gonna give me 3 fights, please try to give me 2 good ones. But in boxing today, it seems like we usually get one good fight. That's why I was excited about David Benavidez and his whole was his interview with I don't want to say showbiz. It was somebody he had an interview with, and he basically said he wanted to get active, like he wanted to be really active. And I thought that was great, man, that he said that because we need guys to be more active in boxing for real. Man said Two Tones antagonist. That's his character. His podcast is the Hatred. Nah, you do his thing, man. Oh man, nah. Shout out Two Tones though. I'm from okay, Messiah AZ. I respect Tone, but that's who he is. Yeah, no, for real, man. Hell no, Dula gone knock out Sam Noakes nasty. Oh, okay. So we mixed in here, man. He said that's not something you would ever see at a gym. Every man I ever trained with would kick Two Tones. Oh my gosh, man. Hey, bro. Hey, nah, I'm not gonna do the Two Tone slander, man. That's not cool because his chat don't do that to me, so I can't do that. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's get right into it. Obviously, Sam Noakes and Abdullah Mason, they gonna be a firefight, bro. They gonna be a good fight. I like Abdullah Mason. I think I have the same fear with a lot of other people. It's like, is this stage too big? Is he too young? Can he overcome Sam Noakes? Sam Noakes has been 12 rounds before. Sam Noakes is also got a high KO ratio, so he's punching. We've seen Abdullah Mason face adversity in a fight where he got dropped multiple times. So yeah, man, I got the same questions as a lot of people. Is this too early for Abdullah Mason? Is he ready for all this? Sam Noakes, I'm sorry, I don't know too much about Sam Noakes. I think Ryan Walsh is his best win from what I see. And but I'm not gonna count him out. He's here for a reason. He's in position for a reason. These guys are fighting for a belt. It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, man. Sam Noakes can go out there and beat Abdullah. Absolutely. The guy's here he's been given the spot. He's in position. He's got a high KO ratio. He's been 12 rounds before. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that, bro. I'm gonna go with a Sam Noakes and say that he's a good fighter, but I got Abdullah Mason winning this fight. I think Abdullah Mason, I think early in the fight, he's got to find his range. And I say that to say Abdullah Mason is very athletic. Very athletic. He's still young. He's 21, man. The future's bright for this kid. I think he understands, hey, man, I'm not probably going to go out here and stop Sam Noakes. He might stop him, but he won't stop him early. So he got to go out there in the early rounds and establish his jab. Sam Noakes, he's a counter puncher from what I see. He's a guy who's calculated as well. Like I said, he's been 12 rounds, so he understands how to maneuver in the boxing ring. I just think for Sam Noakes, he may not have shared the ring yet with somebody as athletic as Abdullah Mason. And I just mean like he can probably see the things Abdullah's doing, but to adjust in real time because Abdullah will be quicker on his feet, faster on his feet. I think that will bother Sam Noakes. But Sam Noakes got power, man. And we seen Abdullah Mason on his pockets, against a guy who was not athletic as well, who Abdullah was more athletic than. So we gotta think to ourselves, can Abdullah weather the storm if he gets there again? Because we've seen adversity. And for Sam Noakes, I don't think he's had any adversity. I think my man Claymore Rain, I was on his channel a couple of days ago, and I think he said something like Sam Noakes hasn't lost a round. So he hasn't faced any adversity. So we need to see him when he gets clipped, how he looks. Because I feel like for me, I already know how Abdullah Mason looks. He got clipped twice and got up twice and then stopped dude. That was crazy, man. I enjoyed it. I love what I saw from that. But I also understand the dangers, man, of getting clipped by high-level fighters. You can get stopped for sure, man. He said, man, he said I only rock with Johnny. Oh, round one. Shout out to round one, Johnny Ryan. Sorry, my man. Kind of man. Yeah, man. Everybody got their own cup of tea, man, for sure. My man Michael Daniels said, well, the antagonist, there's no entertainment, man. Tone plays his part. You should say this to Two Tone, yeah, so he could have a chance to speak on it, though. Nah, for real, man. I think he does play his position, for sure. And Tone's great at what he does, man. And Mike Daniels, he said, I want to see Abdullah move up to 140. I don't see him getting the big fights at 135. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. Cause like if Andy Cruz can beat Raymond Mulataya, you know Eddie Hearn gonna play keep away. If Schofield get that WBA belt, cause Tank Davis gets stripped or whatever, you know they gonna play keep away. And then yeah, man, the WBC is Shakur Stevenson, so maybe that is the only makeable fight at 135 for Abdullah Mason, right? Shakur Stevenson possibly. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that, man. I think Abdullah Mason, for him, it's gotta be the jab. It's gotta be the range. I think he's got to get range early too. I think he's longer than Sam Noakes. So he's got to get the range. He's got to get the timing, rhythm, and he can't get too excited in there. He can't get too wild in there, or else Sam Noakes could put him out, man. Because we've seen him get hit before. We've seen him run into stuff. And we understand why, though. I mean, Abdullah Mason is a fighter who's going to take chances. He is going to take chances. He's going to go for it. Now, is that always the smartest move? No, but I like it. I like to see it personally. You know, I like what Abdullah Mason be doing, man. He be out there. He be entertaining. He be stopping dudes. He's not playing around with his food. I'm all for that. Like, go out there, Abdullah, do your thing, put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Be the youngest champion in boxing, man. Because for real, man, Abdullah he's a special talent. I like what Abdullah brings to the table. I think that the future's bright for him. I think if you look at boxing in a whole, Abdullah Mason will be good for the sport because like I said, he's young enough to where I think we all know he can move up multiple divisions. And imagine if he's getting to these divisions where he's starting to fight some of the top names like the Devin Haney's, Brian Norman Jr., those guys, the Boots Ennis's, those type of guys. He can get up to those weights, man, in my opinion. The kid can fill out. But I like what he brings to the table, Abdullah Mason. The youngest, to have the youngest, you know, winner in boxing, the youngest champion in boxing will be a credible feat for him. And it would start pretty much that whole road of, okay, let's see what the kid's made of. Let's see if he's really the goods. Let's see if he can go out there and accomplish everything that we think Abdullah Mason can accomplish. Because I think he got the skills, man. I think he got the skills to pay the bills. It's just I just question the maturity of his body, not even his mental, man. I think the kid's great, man. Mentally, I think he's one of the best fighters under 25 for sure. Abdullah Mason's special, but you know it starts this weekend. Sam Noakes, he's got to win impressively over Sam Noakes. But it's gonna be a task, man. My man Michael Danielson's. Do you think Norman got a chance, or Devin cherry picking? Nah, Norman's got a chance. Oh, for sure. Nah, Norman's a great fighter too, man. I think you know whoever wins the fight, we shouldn't criticize the losers, man. A lot of these guys are stepping in the legacy realm. These are legacy fights for most of these guys. You know, for Abdullah, this could be his first title. For Sam Noakes, this could be his first title. That's a legacy fight. You know, for Devin Haney, this is what, 3 division? If he wins, that's a legacy fight. For Brian Norman Jr., this is his first big win over like arguably a future Hall of Famer. Yeah, David Benavidez in the yard fight's probably the one fight where you're looking at and you're like, there's not really much there. in the sense of legacy. But yeah, the other fights they definitely matched the bill. Bam Rodriguez, this will make him like a unified champ, three title holder if he beats Puma Martinez, so he'll be one belt away from undisputed. So yeah, man, I think for sure, like we can't just say Norman's a cherry pick. No, we can't do that. My man, Reggie, sorry, he said that's not an antagonist. Antagonist is the counter to be a hero. I don't know what comic books you read. He said 2 tons. Man, you got come 2 tons, man. That's crazy, bro. Play the role. Man, we ain't gonna do that, bro. That's crazy. I put his channel on block, man. I'm a boxing peers. I don't even want that garbage in my recommend. Damn. I mean, it ain't everybody's cup of tea, bro. Shout out to Alex Vega in the building. Big Vega, what's going on, man? Reggie, sorry, I seen Reggie. He said, I think Devin will be competitive, but he also has been displaying some character flaws. Yep. Norman is a man's man. Nah, that's true. That's true, Reggie. You know, I mean, I've always had mixed feelings about, you know, that the man's man. Cause I mean, I seen some man's man get in the ring and get punched in the face, and now they ain't no man. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes they fold when the lights get brighter. That's one thing I could say for sure, bro. I seen some dudes in the gym look incredible, look amazing. I'm like, yo, this dude not gonna lose. And then they get in the ring, and it's just like deers in the headlight. You know what I'm saying? You know, like the stage just too bright, and that's what I fear for Norman. It's like, what if you go out there and he kind of freeze? And I'm not saying the whole fight. He freeze for one too many rounds. You know what I'm saying? Japan's cool, but I think Japan, when they went there, they were fighting in, you know, a gymnasium or something. I don't even think the Riyadh season 1's gonna be a big crowd. Not like Fury and Usyk. Fury and Usyk had a massive crowd, yo. From what I heard, the people that were in Saudi to watch that one, they said it was a whole stadium full of people. I don't think this one will be like that, but I think the magnitude of the event will be huge, right? Like the card they're on, where they are, that will be massive. So I think for sure, we'll see what Norman does, man. I like Norman Jr. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's really good for boxing. I like his attitude. He's he's like an old soul, man. I like what he brings to the table. Him and his dad, they great for the sport, man. They like a breath of fresh air because nobody's really like them. So I just hope that he don't freeze up. And if he don't, I think it's gonna be a good fight. Like I think a lot of people are like swaying too wide. A lot of people are saying that fight either gonna be all Devin or all Norman, and I'm just like, yo, why can't it be just a classic? Why can't we have another great fight? You know, like a rivalry brewing. That's what I would like to see. But let's get into that fight, because I know that is the one y'all want to talk about for real. You know, that's the one y'all want to talk about. Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney. You know, in most people's eyes, that's the main event. They saying that's the biggest fight. You know, that's the one. And that isn't a man's man. Nah. Said Norman is a world titleist. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And then you got to look at Devin Haney, though. He's also very accomplished. You know, I think that's what makes it so, great. He said, Michael Daniels says, I just fear Devin gonna run around again. Yeah, I mean, bro, but they said, the Norman said they can cut the ring off. So, which in anybody who's saying that and can do it, yeah, it should be done, man. You should be able to cut the ring off for sure. You know, you can't allow a guy to circle the ring. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I definitely like what I see from both men. They both look good. Like they both look like they in shape. They ready to fight. They ready for war. That's all we can ask as a boxing fan. It's like nobody come in here and lay down. Both y'all better come in here and fight y'all best, man. He said that's way too deep to think. This is a factor of outside of what he has displayed for us. Yeah, we can't just project characteristics on him. No, you right, brother. You right. I'm just the type of person like I like to think of all angles of something. Yeah, you're right. I might be going in too deep, too big in the deep end. You know what I'm saying? I might be diving too deep and just not looking at it for what it is right in front of me. But if I do that, then I gotta think to myself, okay, like Jin Sasaki ain't no Devin Haney. Cuevos, he ain't no Devin Haney. Santillan, he definitely ain't no Devin Haney. So like if I just look at it for what it is, then I'm just gonna be like other people and just be like, Norman shouldn't be in the ring with Devin Haney. Just off of what we're seeing, but I can't because I have a feeling Norman, he just needs an opportunity, just like Devin Haney did. He needs a name, just like Devin Haney did. So this is his time to come. This is his time to rise, and we'll see, man. We'll see if he can do it for sure. I want to see that fight. My man said Norman has displayed more mental strength than Devin, so that's nuts to project on him. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people put so much merit on Ramirez, and I just gotta say, okay, what is Devin's record? Because I think he's like 30 fights in or something like that. So we gonna erase 30 fights and just put it down to one. That's kind of crazy. So I mean, I feel like Devin Haney got the far better resume, so he probably been in the tighter situations. Oh, he's 32-0. Okay. I just think like, those type of fights get you ready for this type of fight. Even the Linares fight, which is way back. Gamboa, a lot of people say he was shot, but I feel like Gamboa, did he fight Gamboa after Tank? Or was that before Tank? Because I think Tank fought Gamboa too. Nah, he fought him after. He fought Tank. That's crazy. Yeah, man, I'm just not one of them dudes who just gonna be like jumping over the deep end for somebody. That's not me at all. I like to give everybody they just do. And I'm gonna get on Devin's helmet, bro. Don't worry, y'all let me cook. I'm gonna get on Devin's helmet too, bro. Shout out to my man Michael Daniels dropping that 10 piece on me. Salute to you, brother. He said, shout out to you, Ryan, for real. Oh, Canada, my make believe brother. Yeah, man, I appreciate you, brother.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Omar in the building. What's going on, Omar? Okay, let's talk Toronto, yo. Our boy Josh Wagner fighting in the UK tomorrow. Yep, he's fighting against Harlem Eubank, the lost Eubank brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Reggie. He said, but has Devin ever had a whole setup against him like the Santillan fight? Headbutts on the face, first 3 rounds, and then destroyed the man. I mean, Santillan, see, like setups, I don't even know if that's a setup, bro, because like you got to look at Top Rank the way they move their fighters. Eventually, they make you fight somebody. Like that's just how they are. Y'all got to think about it. Like Top Rank don't play no games, bro. They let Shakur walk and didn't really care. You know what I'm saying? They build you up to a certain point so they can understand, hey, can I take that leap with you? We saw them cut Edgar Berlanga and he never lost. But they just saw him struggle as he was getting up. So they said, nah, fuck that. They threw Brian in the deep end. And I think all promoters should do that. I don't even call those setup fights. I call those, can you hang, man? Are you the real deal? Those are those type of fights. And he proved himself. So that's why I'm saying, Brian Norman Jr., he's absolutely a live dog in this fight for sure. Some people out here going to tell you that he's not because he just ain't been in the ring with them guys. But I'm the type of person that's like, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because, Brian needs to be in the ring with these guys. He needs to level up. Devin Haney probably going to pull something out of Brian we haven't seen yet. And I hope he does, because that'll show us levels, bro. And I do think Brian Norman Jr. could reach in that bag and pull up a whole nother level for sure. See, I'm talking about the tough fights. He can't stroll through all fights, gets his way in many bouts. He either has reach advantage, height advantage, disadvantage. Yeah, but I mean, if you're telling me I'm too deep, then you gotta understand, height, weight, that shit don't win you fights sometimes. There's a lot of dudes who are bigger than other dudes and lose. I mean, I feel like Lomachenko is a natural 30 pounder who's always been fighting up. Tank Davis, I feel like the same with him. He's just a 30 pounder who's been fighting up. Those guys are small. Their dimensions are small. So yeah, he wasn't the favorite there. The ref home advantage. Santillan can have a homecoming title fight. Nah, bro. Nah, I mean, bro, like, that's boxing though. Like, honestly, I don't think Brian Norman Jr. they were signing him to be a guy that they were pushing. But I mean, why can't he be the guy? Like, I always say this all the time, bro. Danny Garcia was not signed to the PBC to be the guy. He just overachieved. Why can't Brian Norman Jr. be an overachiever? There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a tester. He was sent as meat. I don't know, man. I guess y'all think that highly of Santillan, not me. I didn't think that highly of him. I seen him in adversity before he fought Brian Norman. So I guess y'all was like thinking Santillan was some killer. I mean, like, I don't even know where Santillan is now. Didn't he lose to Rocha? I think he lost to Alexis Rocha. So I mean, that just goes to show you what type of killer he is. My man Michael Daniels said that was a great fight. Yeah, that whole card was entertaining. The Eubanks Ben card was dope. I paid for it and it felt satisfied, but was pissed because after I paid, I saw all it had to do was upgrade. Oh, for real? That must have been on DAZN then. I was probably on DAZN. I didn't even watch that fight on DAZN. Yeah, that's statistics though, and nothing deep. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get it, man. Those are boxing stats. I'm very knowledgeable. I'm not like Nestor Gibbs two times. Nah, I get what you're saying, bro, but I'm just saying those stats don't win fights. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fundora got sparked out by Brian Mendoza. Like, how tall is Brian Mendoza? How much weight is he giving up on fight night to Fundora? Hey, Zeus, he was ranked, bro. I'm not a Pierce. Jesus. No, he was ranked. Santillan was definitely ranked. Yeah, he was. But what I'm saying is, like, do y'all really is Alexis Rocha, like, is he a great opponent then? I mean, if Devin or Brian Norman beat Rocha, is that like a huge win? Because I don't know, man. I feel like Rocha stopped Santillan as well. And I might be wrong. I'm just gonna check it now because I might have quoted the wrong fight. But I'm not diminishing Brian Norman Jr.'s win at all. Because a lot of people like to bring up the whole Boa Chica fight as well, because Brian got dropped in there. Oh no, Alexa Rocha. No, Santillan beat Rocha in the 6th. Okay. Shout out to Santillan. So he's only lost to Brian Norman Jr. Shout out to him, man. So yeah, he might be the truth. Santillan, I stand corrected. He beat Rocha. So we'll see what he brings to the table though, man. So I don't do personal rankings. I know Santillan was the mandatory, buddy. He was sick. No doubt he was the mandatory. I'm pretty sure that's why they fought for it. Santillan is currently ranked where 5, you said? In the WBA. WBO. Triangle theory is not applicable for boxing. This isn't collegiate football. Nah, I don't look at triangle theories either. I think styles make fights. Styles make, matchups. We like to look at matchups, man. My man said, "Don't blink, Umar." He said, "Wagner versus Eubank." What's going on, man? Yep, that's going down on Friday. That should be a hell of a fight tomorrow night. But yeah, man, I don't know where this Norman and Haney fight's gonna go. To be honest, I see a path to victory for both men. For Brian, obviously cutting off the ring is a huge thing. Probably something they've been working on all camp. You just can't let Devin Haney dictate the pace with that jab. I think that's the first thing Brian Norman's got to do is be first. I don't know, man. I don't think Devin Haney's been like this great counter puncher. I don't think he has like all the speed in the world. So I think if Norman can be first most of the time in the exchanges, he'll probably get off a lot of big shots on Devin Haney. And we'll have to see though if Devin Haney can hold up, and how he's going to react. I think that's another big thing. There's obviously, like people say, the mental part of the game is a huge thing, right? Can Norman Jr. put the pressure on Devin Haney? Devin Haney on the back foot. I think Ramirez didn't have the speed and nor the confidence to get to Devin Haney. I think Norman Jr. presents the athleticism to get to him if he could push him back into the corners and get to him. I think that's where they'll execute. Not punching directly into Devin, but punching where you think he's going to be, moving him. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where Norman Jr. is going to have his most success, is being on the front foot. And though people will be like, yeah, well, then Devin's going to be running. So what, bro? It's a fucking boxing match. This when you could cut that ring off, I'm telling you, that running shit don't be working. It's the only running that be working is for the fighters who are lazy, who don't want to put the work in to get to you. I watched Triple G's whole career, man. That motherfucker was cutting dudes off with his feet and his jab. His jab was amazing. And you got dudes like Canelo Alvarez out here giving Skull a whole freaking lane out instead of putting in the work, getting to the spot before he gets there, bro. But, guys don't want to do that. Guys don't want to put in the work. So then they can just literally say, oh, okay, these guys are just running. I'm not going to run with them. It's like, bro, what? So you don't want to win a fight? This is a fight. He's running. He obviously feels power. Go get his ass, man. Go get him. Shout out to my man Dwayne Styles in the building. What's going on, man? He funny. He said Canelo Alvarez still the face of boxing. Yo, y'all be crazy, bro. Y'all Canelo fans is something else, bro. He said, let's talk about how Norman Sr. would kick Bill's ass. Hey, yo, that was funny, bro. My man Bill was capping, wasn't he? He said he wanted to fight Norman Jr. I was like, what? No way, bro. He said he want to fight him. Nah, bro. We not jacking that. We know that's not gonna happen. Oh man, that's funny, bro. He said thanks for the tips after the dark channel. Nah, man, I'm just saying like that's how you like if you fighting a guy who runs, bro, you just gotta outwork him. Like think about how much work it take you to run in the ring. It take a lot of work and mental pressure. I mean, Michael Daniels said, I hope Devin Haney ends up ass up like he was against Ryan Garcia. Yo, y'all crazy. Y'all want to see Dev get killed, bro. That shit's hilarious, man. And Devin Haney to me is bad for boxing, man. Fighters don't really want to fight him because they're afraid of the courtroom. Nah, that's cap, bro. That's cap, man. Come on, man. And like that, it was wild how that whole situation happened. Y'all do realize that like Golden Boy was getting paid like $1 million or something like that because Ryan Garcia popped dirty in damages. And like Devin Haney wasn't gonna see any of that. I think that's why they sued. It's because like they never went to Devin Haney first and said, we gonna pay you for getting damages. But I mean, bro, that's corporate world too. Like y'all gotta understand that's corporate world. Freaking businesses be suing each other every day, bro. That's what you do, man. You just gotta that's what you gotta do to get the competition and to realize what's up. You gotta squeeze their pockets sometimes, man. Squeeze them out. You said about to leave the gym. Okay, Dwayne, put in that work, bro. I see you. My man Birdman Jr. in the building. What's good, dog? He said, I'm hosting a fight party all to myself. I'm not taking no chances. I paid for this card. Fire, top to bottom. Hell yeah, man. This card is it, bro. I'll be watching the whole thing as well, man. It should be a good ass card, man. Definitely. Definitely gonna be one of the best cards of the year. I just hope it lives up to the hype, y'all. I hope it doesn't give us that Times Square vibes. You know, that would be terrible, bro. These guys all come out here and do not perform. That'd be trash, bro. I'd be devastated. I'd be hurt, man. I can't even lie to y'all. Like boxing, these guys, because I think of these guys, when I look at these names, I see fighters, man. I see David Benavidez, fighter. I see Bam Rodriguez, fighter, big fighter, man. Bam Rodriguez, I can't wait for him to see him on this card, bro. He a great inside fighter. Bam Rodriguez, I wish he was a bigger guy so he can get into those weight classes where people pay attention to. But because he's in a small weight class, he's not seen enough. He's not respected enough. And that motherfucker can fight. Bam is one of them ones, man. He's one of them ones. For real. I like Bam Rodriguez, man. He lose, he sue. Yo, he's super bad. Yeah, that was crazy though. I didn't like that how they put the battery in the conversation, but hey, I guess it is a breach of contract, right? If the man popped dirty, he kind of avoided what they had written down of it being a one-on-one fight. But hey, whatever, man, it's behind us. I guess the lawsuit got dropped anyways. It's crazy how Saudi putting it on for Americans to have it in a prime time. That's love. Yeah, man, because I think it's like gonna be like 4 in the morning in Saudi. Like it's gonna be early out there. So yeah, they catering to the American public the best they can because it makes no sense for them to do it later and have it like midday in a desert. Nah, bro. So they gotta do it late at night. Yeah, they catering to us, whether you believe it or not, because I know there's some people. I guess the West Coast is probably early. If you on the West Coast, it's probably starting at like 1 p.m. So yeah, that's early. That's early for y'all on the West Coast. But I mean, you got the whole day, right? So I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. And then we got the main event. David Benavidez, Anthony Yard. We'll see what David Benavidez looks like tomorrow, man. Is he drained? I know he's been talking about cruiserweight for a while now. So it's like, it's making me think, like, why you keep talking about cruiserweight, man? Is weight an issue? Or, you know, do you see Zurdo Ramirez as a more accomplished opponent than the guys who are there at 175? I don't know, man. I still think Bivol and Better Biev are good fights for him. You know, it would be nice to see David versus Better Biev on this card. That would have really took the cake, man, if they put that together. But hey, we got Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard, he's had good fights against Bivol and Sergey Kovalev. So I think he'll be durable against the monster, the Mexican monster. I don't see him getting stopped, man. I just think Yard, if Yard has issues with the gas tank, obviously we know he does. But if it becomes a real issue down the stretch, then he might get stopped by, like, his corner might stop it or by accumulation. But I just don't see David Benavidez just beating the brakes off Yard. Yeah. You know, and I don't know, man. People have been saying I'm not convinced from Benavidez. And it's partly true. And I'm not convinced that 175 is where I'm saying. You know, I thought David looked better at 68, even though he could barely make it. but clearly the power hasn't carried. You know, he didn't stop Fosdick. He didn't stop Morrell, who was moving up with him. You know, he hasn't stopped anybody. Yard almost went the whole fight with Better BF. I think he went like 10. And then he almost went the whole fight with Sergey Kovalev. And I'm pretty sure he hurt Kovalev in that fight. He got all he had his moments against Better Beef as well. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is those guys are punchers, man. Like those guys are punching. So we'll have to see. We'll have to really see where David is, where David's mental is. I like to see what David could do. I think he's a great fighter, man. David Benavidez. I like what he brings to the sport, brings to the space. You know, like I said earlier, him talking about being extremely active in the sport, in the space, in getting them multiple fights a year. That's good for boxing, man. We need guys like David Benavidez doing that. He's gonna challenge the guys. And I'm for that. I'm up for that. So I'll support David for sure, man. I hope he gets this win. I hope he looks great doing it. But yeah, Anthony Yard, he's a tough customer. And we'll see how David fares, as this is first title defense, I believe, at 175. So we'll see how this goes, man. Shout out to Birdman. He said a few days ago, Benavidez said he was 3 pounds away from the limit. Oh, okay, so he making weight easy then. If he's 3 pounds away a few days ago, then shoot, that man made weight probably today. And he said he still had 3 pounds to lose. Is he gonna make weight? Oh yeah, he'll make weight, bro. There's some guys who like weigh in day, they just won't drink water, and you know they'll start to just drop weight, bro, like crazy. I think he'll be one of those guys. You know, it's not good to be dehydrated like that, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do when you get up on the scale, man. Gotta do what you gotta do. And y'all see the news today, man? Subriel Matias popped dirty for Austrian. Bro. Yo, that's crazy. You gotta kind of wait for the B sample, right? I'm a type of guy. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, so we'll wait for the B sample. But I'm just like, bro, it made me think, like, does the IBF do testing? Because I think that's where Subriel was always fighting with the IBF. And like, I'm not accusing him as being a drug cheat until it comes out confirmed that the B sample is dirty too. But wouldn't that be strange if I looked it up and it's like, yo, the IBF doesn't follow the same protocols in testing as the WBC? Because I just say that to say, bro, if I'm gonna look it up when I'm done the stream, man. I'm not gonna look it up right now. But that'd be crazy to think that the IBF has a whole different rules, and basically he could have been doping under the IBF. Because if that's the case, bro, can you imagine? There'd probably be an open investigation on Subriel Matias. Because remember, he killed somebody in the ring. And if you are doping and that happens, bro, that's murder. That's real murder. So I just hope the IBF aligns with the same doping rules as the WBC, you know, so this doesn't look crazy. Because if somehow it doesn't, and I don't know if the IBF is lenient with their stuff, I'm sure everybody's different, man. The sanctioning bodies, none of them align really the same. They all have their different rules and the way they operate. If this is one of those situations, bro, it can get scary hours real quick for Subriel Matias. Scary hours. Like, I don't think the feds would pick this up, but it'd be something that, you know, maybe Buddy's family will be looking at. Because, you know, they could be thinking like, oh, this guy popped dirty for steroids. That's why my son's dead. And, bro, it can get bad real quick. I hope not. I hope that this is just all me, just like my man said, my man Reggie, me just thinking too deep again. And I hope that's not the what's going on here. Because I wouldn't want to see that happen to anybody, bro. I'm not here for that. I think that doping is the worst thing in the sport of boxing. This is a dangerous sport, bro. You should never play with doping. If you dope, bro, I mean, I feel like you should be getting a harsh penalty. You know, you should have to really, really prove that something happened. My man Birdman Jr. said, does that elevate Pitbull, or will they make the Pollo versus Smith for the vacant? I think I saw something about Pollo versus Smith, which I also found interesting too, because I'm like, bro, they're not waiting for the B sample. Like, I feel like that's just something you're supposed to do before you go ahead and start making other fights. Wait for the B sample. But it all looked like they basically saying, yeah, Pollo and Dalton, we're gonna slide that in because yeah, we think Pollo did it. You know, it's crazy. It's nuts, man. I'm not liking it. I think it's bad. But I get it too. Like, this is part of the game. This sport is cruel, man. The sport's not it when it comes to integrity. There's too much shady shit going on behind the doors, and it's unfortunate, bro. It's unfortunate because it's a beautiful sport, but it's filled with politics and political figures. And you know, it also, you can just blatantly see it nowadays. Like, they're not even hiding it no more. They're not even sugarcoating it. You know, like this whole Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios thing. That shit's fucking ridiculous. Excuse my French. But Ryan Garcia should not be fighting Mario Barrios, man. For what? Why should this dude, who couldn't beat Rolly his last fight, in a title fight that they were making up that title? You know, when you had a dude, what's his name, Shakram Giasov, who took step aside money so that Boots Ennis and Stanionis could fight. You know, so they can get their fight. And you basically had a dude here, like, yeah, we're gonna give them your belt. You're supposed to be the Reggie champ. You're supposed to be the interim champ. But we're gonna give it to these two guys. And if they win, one of them wins. Look at it now. Shakram Giasov still hasn't had his mandated shot. And Rolly is the champion. That's what boxing does to you, bro. It's disgusting. And then now we got Ryan Garcia up here in a fight he shouldn't even be in, fighting for a world title. Man, it's just nasty work. Nasty work at the highest level. You know, I'm not a fan of it at all. It's bullshit. Ryan Garcia sells tickets. Yeah, I mean, does he really? He only sells tickets when he got a good dance partner. You know, and it's just a shame to see the guy promoting this guy, the guy pushing this guy, Oscar De La Hoya. Bro, he would never move like Ryan Garcia as a fighter. Never. Oscar De La Hoya actually fought motherfuckers. He actually did shit. Actually did legacy shit. Accomplished. That's why people loved Oscar, man. Fighting everybody. Oscar got one of the best resumes in all of boxing. 6th division champ. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude, man, Ryan Garcia can't even wipe Oscar De La Hoya's shoes, man. He ain't done nothing. Somehow Oscar De La Hoya propping him up Like he this guy, man. But I get it. It's like you said. He's probably the only guy over at Golden Boy who could sell tickets. Same man who got caught in fishnet. Yeah, you right, bro. He got caught in them fishnets and was still knocking niggas out, bro. So, I mean, you can make fun of that and then get stopped by Oscar. Oscar was a bad dude, man. He was the Golden Boy, man. He was doing, a lot of people don't want to give Oscar his respect for Floyd, but bro, he did a lot of co-promotion fights for Floyd and paid for a lot of fights and pretty much gave Floyd, the baton. Even though he act like he don't like Floyd, he literally gave him the game. Shit was crazy. Shout out to y'all, man, for tuning in. Shout out to everybody for tuning in, showing some love to this stream. My bad, yo. I worked today, yo, so I'm a little fatigued, a little tired, man. Them 12-hour shifts, they be killing me. Nothing to play with. But yeah, man, what y'all looking forward to this weekend? Let me drop the link in the chat if y'all want to come up here and talk that boxing. Talk some boxing, yo. Y'all know what it is. I don't even think I'm gonna be on TBV tomorrow. I think got some shit to do during the day. Gotta get my house ready, man. Got some shit to do during the day. My daughter's probably gonna be homesick. These kids, man. Telling you, when this wintertime come around, oh man. The kids is just sick, bro. For no reason. See, I'm just saying, look outside of the mistakes that Ryan made and the drama. Ryan is great fighter, probably one of the fastest fighters I've ever seen. He's good for a push outside of them. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Michael Daniels, I see what you're saying, bro. He's raw talent, bro. He's still like the problem with Ryan Garcia. He still hasn't beaten nobody. He hasn't beaten nobody. I'm not gonna be the one to shoot him down for not being a champ, but when you just compare him, you can't compare him to Oscar, so you gotta compare him to somebody else. And I don't know, maybe somebody else could figure out who that person is, but I think even like Hector Camacho won belts, Prince Nassim won belts, like, so I don't even know who Ryan Garcia can get put side by side with, and maybe never nobody. Maybe he's just his own guy, he's his own character. But I think Ryan Garcia, not sure how I feel about him, to be honest, yo. I think he's an all right fighter, but he kind of looked like he was struggling in the Oscar Duarte fight a bit. Obviously the Rolly fight didn't go his way, but shout out to Rolly because Rolly made adjustments. Rolly looked really good in that fight. I'll give that to Rolly, man. But we'll see, man. Holy crap, man. Triple G said he gonna come back and fight for what? Triple G need to stop, bro. He said Mayorga. Hey, even Mayorga had a title, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he won a title too. So I mean, if Ryan can get one, then yeah, probably we can say that Mayorga. That's an actual good comparison, because that dude was off the rails, man. But still, he was doing his thing. Abdullah Mason said, "I'm gonna be dominating the lightweight division from Saturday on forward." Okay, Abdullah. So he talking about continuing to stay out lightweight. Okay. You got a little screen here. Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr. Yeah, what's Devin Haney doing, man? Doing all that jumping. He probably getting ready to run then. Shout out to Norman Jr. You just there like, bro, you ain't finna do nothing. Yeah, I was going to see if Devin was going to push her, bro. You know, Devin pushed Lomachenko. Turkey, she probably told him don't be doing that in Saudi. Said don't be doing that craziness, bro. Said don't bring that American stuff over here. Nah, man, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Canelo versus Crawford 2 is in negotiations. Y'all want to see that again? I'm cool off it. I don't need to see it again. If Canelo Alvarez want to go finish out his two fight deal, then yeah, go ahead, bro. I mean, I feel like Canelo Alvarez has done a lot in boxing already, but if he wants to pursue the rematch, so be it. I just think he's got to work a lot harder. He's another guy who just kind of thinks it should all come to him. You know. He said, why does Reno dress like a 90s pimp? Yeah, he has all the Versace on, bro. He be shout out to Reno, bro. He said, no, tell him fight Boots. Hey, bro. Crawford fans gonna tell you he's not, Boots not accomplished, Boots not this, Boots not that. That's how they feel. They feel Boots is not worthy. That's all right, though. Oh, man. But, yo, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Join the members. I will be dropping my picks for the winners. Bro, gosh, bro. Who burnt me last week? I got burnt last week by somebody. Let me go take a look, man. Jesus. Last week was hard. I think it was Tiger Johnson who burnt me. And I picked him to win. So you're probably gonna be like, how did he burn you then? Because I picked him by decision and he went out there and smoked freaking Nicholas Floss. Like, I think that's who burnt me. No, actually, no, that was the week before. Who burnt me this week? It was Eubank and Ben. Yep, Chris Eubank definitely burned me because I thought he was gonna have a better fight for sure. And then Jack Catterall, I think I picked that fight to go the distance, and I felt like the ref kind of made that shit interesting. But anyways, I would have lost anyways because I had Chris Eubank Jr. winning money line, and he lost. So yeah, Chris Eubank Jr. didn't help me at all. And then I had another card where it's kind of like it was a upset. One had Usman. Then I went with Chris Eubank Jr. because I thought he was just gonna win. And Rafael Espinoza. But Echo Usman got stopped early. He didn't make it. So that was unfortunate. He said Boots ain't worthy because Boots is a threat. Damn. That's what they be saying, bro. They say he's not worthy, though. So, you know how that goes. Gilly showed heart. I think he should have won. Yeah. Oh, Sam Gilly against Ishmael Davis. Shout out to Sam Gilly. I like Sam Gilly, but I don't think he had anything for Ishmael. Ishmael was fighting a lot of good opposition, leading up to that fight. And I thought he won his last fight, which got robbed. So, no, it is what it is, man. I think sometimes that's just how it turns out. You're going to get the short end of the stick, but no, Sam Gilly did it. He did his thing. Did his thing. Mario Barrios. versus Ryan Garcia is nasty work. The highest level. Bam Rodriguez looking to re-sign with Matchroom. That'd be awesome. Eddie Hearn, keep the young phenom. But we got the weigh-ins tomorrow, and okay, we got Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney. Sorry, Brian Norman Sr. and Bill Haney. Let me pull it up for y'all. These dudes is getting into it. They was getting into it. Oh, I hit the pause button like a dummy. They was yelling back and forth.
There it is. Come on, K, but there it is. There it is. There it is.
Yo, they be funny, bro. They be funny. I just don't think that I just don't think that. I don't know. I think it's all for show, yo. It's all promotion, bro. I don't think Bill gonna fight no Brian Norman Sr. Hell no. Brian used to fight, bro. Damn, here's some more footage here from the walkout, man. It's actually pretty cool. I didn't know they had this backstage, like not backstage, but before they all walking out. Yeah, let's pull it all the way back. They talking that. Yo, this for educational purposes. He said, "Fight me." Oh, okay. Energy had energy for them. Yo, salute to Senior, man. Oh man, Bill be wilding with that. Shout out to Senior, man. I won't even lie. Senior's grown on me in boxing, bro. Like Brian Norman Sr., he a real one. I love him, man, and his takes, man. He a real one, straight shooter. To be honest, I gotta get Brian Norman Sr. on the show. I reached out to him a few times, but he a busy man, bro. He said I found new respect for those UK dudes for real. 100. UK got swag. Nah, man, they be fighting. They be fighting out there. Shout out to my man Garcia in the building. What up, man? He said I got Mason, Bam, Norman, and Benavidez. Okay. He said, see, Bill is the same kind of character, like a he's an antagonist. He's an entertainer and a world-renowned hater. Straight yo, you wow. Oh man. Garcia says he's rooting for Haney though. Okay. So you're like me, bro. I want to see a good fight. I don't want to see anything that some people are anticipating. I don't want to see a straight slaughtering, and I don't want to see a running show, obviously. I want to see a good fight. And if Devin loses in a good fight or Brian Norman Jr. loses in a good fight, guess what? I want the rematch. That's what I want. I want a rivalry to start here because I really feel like if the fight is good enough, the demand is good enough, that fight can happen in February. Turkey actually can line it back up, run it back. If Norman Jr. was to lose, get your belt back, get a chance to get your strap back. And if he wins, then obviously maybe he's got to meet Devin Haney down the road somewhere, because I think Brian Norman Jr. deserves to have a homecoming fight, deserves to go and do what he wants to do. If he wants to go collect other belts, I think he deserves that right, man. He said, knowing as soon as Senior touch him in his lip with the smooth straight, he gonna sue. Yeah, bro. You can't be touching people out here, bro. I mean, some people handle it, different ways. Touch somebody, they knock you out. Or yeah, they bring you to court. Either way, you gonna pay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, as far as Bam Rodriguez, I don't think I touched on Bam Rodriguez. He's one of the best fighters on the card for sure. Bam Rodriguez. If y'all don't watch Bam, go watch Bam Rodriguez. Great fighter. You guys talk about all this running stuff. You're not gonna see that with Bam. That motherfucker's an inside fighter, man. Inside matrix type fighter. Right in the pocket. He's gonna punch with you. And the kid has great timing. If you stay in that pocket too long, you're getting stopped, bro. I don't think I've seen anybody hang in the pocket with him and not get hurt. He's been knocked down too, though. Bam's been put down. But Puma Martinez, I think he just gets too wide. I think he throws too many wild shots. And I think Bam Rodriguez is just going to come right through like a buzzsaw. I think he's going to finish Puma Martinez probably in 8. I got him winning in the 8th round. Cafu, when he fought Cafu, the dude's game plan was to go from corner to corner. He didn't want to sit in no pocket with Bam Rodriguez. He said, nah, we not going to no center of the ring. I'm going from pillar to pillar to pillar. That was his game plan, to move. Because Bam, I'm telling y'all, the man gets you in the pocket, he going to put you through the matrix for real. Going to put you in the blender. And the kid's special, man. Honestly, I think he's probably one of the best American fighters, the best fighters on the planet. Kid's mad young. It's sky's the limit for him, man. But honestly, he's in the small weights. I think he's 115. So he's in the small weights. He needs to get to like an Inoue or a Gentle Nakatani before people take him serious. Inoue fight would be huge for him. That's probably his biggest fight, biggest payday. You knock Inoue off, you the best little weight guy. But Gentle Nakatani, in Japan, that's huge. Probably still not a big world fight. Probably not his biggest fight. But it's definitely up there, man, for sure. Definitely. But that's what I think about Bam, man. I think Bam's going to win the fight. I think he's going to stop Puma Martinez. It'll be a good fight while it lasts, bro. But we'll see. Let me see what else I can find, on here. They got a lot of interviews now. They popping up a lot of stuff. Shout out to Boxing Twitter, even though it's Boxing Twitter is so toxic, bro. I swear. Everybody on Boxing Twitter, they wild, man. They wild people out here. But nah, I ain't really got any more stuff. They got Andy Cruz here. But we'll see, man. All right, here's the fight thing proposal that people were talking about. Let's pull it up, man. I said I got schooled the other day, yo. I found out Nakatani is top 10 pound for pound, but has not fought in front of more than 2,000 people. Oh, for real? I don't know. That's crazy. I thought we're showing up at Tokyo Dome. He hasn't fought in Tokyo Dome? I thought maybe not. I don't think I seen Nakatani on Inoue card in Tokyo Dome. You might be right about that. I don't think so, bro. Nah. Now I'm thinking about it. Nakatani. I think Nakatani's only fought on 1 or 2 Inoue undercards, and they both weren't in Tokyo Dome. All right.
What the hell we gonna do? Look at it. He hot. He high. He high.
Let's get to and we can get to it. Other than that, let's get to having a great night in boxing.
The last time social media heard, Bill Haney said, "I'm gonna make my pro debut against
Well, let's see right
on the undercard."
Come on,
What
let's
the
see
hell?
right
Yo, he got the Debo shirt out. That's hilarious, bro.
What the hell we gonna do? Look at it. He hot. He high. He high. He high. He high. He high.
and we can get to it.
Yo.
Let's get to
Bill funny, bro. Bill be funny with it. He be funny with it. Yo. See, just say what we gonna do. Yo, what Bill get up for though? Knowing he wasn't gonna do nothing, man. Knowing he wasn't gonna do nothing. Oh man, these dudes. That fight's gonna be fun, yo. Definitely gonna be fun. Oh man. Yeah, he said he high, bro. But I guess like Bill said some wild shit about his family, bro. You see, I don't be tapping in with all that craziness sometimes. So I didn't even know that. And a lot of people were saying, like, yeah, like Norman's taking this fight personal. And I'm like, personal? Like, for what, man? Like, the hell Devin say? And it's not Devin, it was Bill Haney that said something about, I guess something about his aunt or something like that, auntie or a grandmother being dead. And then I was like, oh damn, bro. Like these dudes gonna end up like Conor McGregor then. You know, Conor McGregor was doing way too much talking to Khabib. He went way too far with it. And you know, these dudes from Dagestan were jumping in the ring, kicking this dude. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? They came, they just saw red, bro. They couldn't stop themselves. Maybe that's what Norman Jr. and Sr. gonna be like, you know. They just trying to stop Dev now because of what he said. But it's wild, man. It's wild. I ain't gonna front on y'all. It's definitely gonna be a great weekend, man. I'm boxing. I can't wait. I'll probably be watching it. I don't know, man. I might go live. I like to just sit and watch the fights, though. I might go live, though. Might think about it. But for me, I love to just sit down and just watch a good fight. You know. But I'm okay with that. Yeah, he's said it's a cokehead, man. Yo, is that what they were saying about Bill at one point? He was doing the blow, but man, say it again, bro. Can't get into that. Can't get into that. Oh boy. Oh shoot, my man Puma Martinez was trying to push Bam Rodriguez around. That's crazy. Shout out to Argentina. Shout out to Puma Martinez. He trying to channel his inner Maidana. Matisse. Look at Eddie Hearn, man. He mad talk compared to them. Shout out to Eddie Hearn, bro. Hey, Puma Martinez. 3 belts on the line. Shout out to Bam Rodriguez, man. I'm a big Bam fan, as y'all can tell. Bam Rodriguez, one of them ones. He said, I'm throwing a fight party. $15 entry. I don't blame you, bro. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. Every day we lit. Hey. But yeah, y'all, I'm going to sign off, man. I'm going to go get some sleep. I think I'll be back on Sunday, y'all. We'll do the Sunday night show. Talk about, you know, the weekend and how it went. It's going to be crazy, man. I'll probably have to pop up on a few shows, you know, talk that boxing. But I appreciate everybody in the building, man. I appreciate to my man Michael Daniels spreading that love with that $10 super chat. I really appreciate that, brother. Supporting the channel, supporting the stream. Thanks to everybody for tuned in. Make sure y'all smash that like button, even on the way out if you haven't. And yeah, man, I'll be back on Sunday night, 9 p.m., man. Is this for Undisputed? Oh, the Bam fight? No, it's for 3 belts. So Bam's got Reno's whole. Yeah, I think Bam has the ring belt as well too. I think Bam has the ring, the WBC, and the WBO belt, and then Puma Martinez got the WBA belt. So yeah, man, I appreciate that, bro. He said, "Enjoy that snow." Yeah, bro, it's not here yet, but it's getting closer. It's cold, bro. It's cold, man. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace.
Yeah. What? I will slap you if you don't move this car. I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap you. Okay.